Before this isn't the thumbnail. I just need to keep the recurring theme of things pointing at the sign.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything. But she is pointing at the sign. As if it's the most important sign she's ever seen in her life.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
It's them boys.
Them boys. Manny and Marcus. Oh, man.
The penis duo.
Aren't those the guys that talk about penises? Yes. And a little bit of wrestling?
Yes.
They talk wrestling? I know them from penis jokes and memes.
Yeah, so this is actually the thumbnail.
Hey. I don't know why Bailey looked like, yeah, I set this shit up.
Yeah, she called her shot, and this is what happened. Like a true mafia boss.
Yeah. And that photo looked like Gigi may got all of it, but no, she missed it by that much.
This one makes it worse because she clearly hit shoulder.
Yeah.
And then we get this one where it's obvious she hit shoulder.
Jacy went Jacy right here. This is why, and you know, you can go out and say, who's the Janetti of the group? It's clearly Jacy, because Ashawn wouldn't have missed the kick. Ashawn would have made sure they hit the kick. Janetti would have missed the kick all the time. Although, the door, she put that foot in that door, and I was like, hey, I almost called Florida right there. I almost called the police. Oh! No! I've seen this somewhere before in the streets. I wanted to yell World Star after Gigi got her foot into that door. Oh! Oh no, what have you done? Jacy, I hate you forever. What have you done? I hate you forever. Don't show me that's a photo of her after Darby Allin. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. That's horrible. That's horrible. But Jesus. Oh!
Gigi looks like she just woke up from a really... Yeah, Gigi looks like she just woke up from a really bad dream, and that was being kicked in the face through a door.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what a concussion looks like. I love the Jacy with the gun. Hey, still the shooter.
So we'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh! Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Oh, the Jacy Jayne era has begun!
The worst part is walking out to the same music you came back to the group music.
Yeah. Hey, if you're Gigi and you can cuss, why are they playing my music? But if you go back to that image, you do have Jacy decide to do a Bailey pose as they're doing the exact same pose in that picture. She always knew. This is a setup from the beginning.
So, welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am Lord Manny Hayes. He is
Marcus the
Sleepy Finale.
Grand Finale. The Winnie Two edition of the show.
How are you doing today, Marcus?
Well, I feel blessed, but I'm sure I'm doing better than Hulk Hogan, as in good morning, good evening. May people have a blessed day. But Hulk Hogan, may you end up having to deal with the female Harpo from The Color Purple. Damn. You told Harpo to beat me, man. I'm sure you've never seen The Color Purple at all.
Nope.
It's a black film. It's the blackest film ever known. It's almost religiously held up in black households. And it's directed by Steven Spielberg.
Oh. Who knew he would direct a film such like that?
Yep. It's
one never done it again. And why he's never done it again.
You go through his filmography and you go like, oh, why is this one here? That's literally goes like that. It's like, oh, okay, Charles, that makes sense. Indiana Jones, okay, you got some Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, and The Color Purple's right there, huh?
Do you know what? Seeing as he made Schindler's List, you can see maybe why he did Color Purple.
Color Purple's before it did.
That's even more. That inspired him to make Schindler's List.
Like, oh, I'm gonna do The Color Purple. What? But why? And no one talks about that Spielberg film in the white circles. In the black circles, greatest film ever made. You told Harpo to beat me. Danny Glover in there as a villain.
What?
Yeah, you see The Color Purple, man. Maybe that's 500. No, that's too depressing. Manny watches
It could be. It's Black History Month.
watching Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey in the movie.
I mean, we could watch
times.
Sister Act if you want. The ultimate Whoopi Goldberg film.
No, only Sister Act 2. Only Sister Act 2.
Only because you want joyful, joyful,
Joy.
joy.
It wasn't there. I want to see him hit that note. When Jesus wasn't. When Jesus was. Get all loud. And
That's going to be
note.
a sing-along song.
Yeah.
That's not even a watch-along. That's a sing-along with the Untitled Manny and Marcus show.
As J.K. Smush said, Randy, you had to watch out your own time. I don't need to be depressed on the show.
I mean, if it wasn't for AEW Dynamite today, because I watched that about 4:30, I would have been in a really bad mood today still, because of the news in the UK of the young black girl that was attacked in the Surrey school, by like 5 white kids, with the mother egging them on, like do it till a teacher finally like stepped in, and like there's all this like safeguarding nonsense that should be dealt with. Like that child should feel safe around school, around school property, and seeing that technically happened just outside the school, and no one really stopped it. They all stood and watched, and like filmed on their phones, and it's just like, this is ridiculous. Like I'm not even trying to make it a race thing, because it is, but like this is a humanity thing. There's a child here that should be taken care of. But no one did. It just let it happen, and then the head teacher did fucking nothing today when there was a protest outside the school. Fucking idiot. But like, we move on. AEW put me in a better mood. It changed my mood.
What you're saying is you want to grab your Jacy Jayne boots, go up to that school, and put your foot in a lot of people's faces right now over that incident.
I would.
And you know what? You know what?
It had me questioning: would I beat up a child? Would I lay hands on children for beating up another one? And then
Manny,
would I beat up the woman egging them on? That's the questioning that was going on inside my head at some point today. What would I have done in that situation?
I think that, society in the whole is just, whenever there's a fight going on, everybody pulls out their phone, and it shows that you guys are all a piece of shit, and how selfish we really all are about, I need to film this. Why? So I can go up on Instagram and I have the video when 20 other people have it. Who cares?
Yeah, if you watch the video, don't go watch the video. It'll just make you angry. It's disgusting. It's actually disgusting. But we're here to talk about AEW. There's another disgusting man on that show. His name is MJF.
Oh yeah.
But before we move into AEW, there was a little moment in on the Tuesday show that kind of stopped me and Marcus in our tracks, and that was the news of Jerry Lawler having a stroke. There is an update on Jerry Lawler. He's doing well. He currently can't speak. His speech is limited, but with rehabilitation, he will regain a full recovery. And there was pictures online with Jimmy Hart visiting him. I'm not sure about you, Marcus, but if I've just had a stroke, the last thing I need is pictures of Jimmy Hart being given to me.
I swear I'm dead. I would think I'm dead at this point if Jimmy Hart walks into my hospital room and I'm going like, fuck, I'm dying. It's officially I'm dead. I'm a Make-A-Wish kid, and the best they can do is give me Jimmy fucking Hart. Come on, baby, you gotta pull through. You gotta pull through this one, baby. It's gonna be the strongest.
I'm sending him out if he doesn't even have the megaphone. If he doesn't have the megaphone with him, I'm sending him out.
Yeah.
Get
that man out of here. Get this man out of here.
Who the hell do you think he is?
I would learn how to talk real quick. Get this man out of here. Get him out of here, damn it. Damn it, leave. Like Vince in the hospital. Just get out of here. You sure you're not? Like, I would swear that, like, fuck. But, you know, it's good that he recovered. It's good, you know, in the hindsight that he will make a full recovery. Because it's a serious issue to have a stroke. Like, we could have lost a legend to the business, and it would have been horrible.
Yeah, Burt Bacharach died today, didn't he?
Burt Bacharach died?
Yeah. I got a news article about that today.
You know, but
legendary composer Burt Bacharach dies at the age of 94.
Okay, one, I thought Burt Bacharach been dead. I'm gonna be honest. Two, only thing I know Burt Bacharach for is Austin Powers when he just goes to, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Burt Bacharach, and I go, who? And I just die laughing. Love, sweet love, and I go, oh, I guess that's his song. That's all I knew about Burt Bacharach was that.
So yeah, that's that. And then the only other thing that popped up that I can be actually bothered to cover is Dave Melting also seems to think CM Punk will return to AEW.
You know where he got his information from, Manny? He got it from me, who said this, I believe, on last week's show or Saturday's show or something, when I was like, CM Punk has come back, and then you immediately shot me down. Or someone in the group shot me down in the chat saying he ain't never coming back and I don't want him back. Phil's back. Phil's coming back.
That was Jamal.
Yeah.
I think that was Jamal.
Oh. Well, they were like, the buyout is going. I knew he was coming back once I realized there hasn't been a buyout. Like, he's coming back. Once you can't agree to a buyout, it's like, oh, he's coming back. He's going to earn that money.
So let's get into AEW. It kicks off with MJF versus Takeshita. This was a really good match. I think Takeshita actually injured himself on a splash where he landed awkwardly on his elbow, and then he was like clutching it all the way through the match. Which also led into the armbar finish. So.
Yeah, he could have just been selling. I just took it as selling. Really good match. There's the spot where he gets clotheslined off the top rope and MJF backflips or whatever. It's a little ridiculous, but I was like, oh, there you go, right on. MJF can wrestle.
Oh, because he wanted to do a flip.
He did a flip. He can wrestle. MJF is a wrestler now. He can do a flip. But not enjoyable match. But I knew what was happening. You knew what was happening. The whole goddamn world knows what was happening. Takeshita is not winning on Dynamite. He has never won on Dynamite. That is like telling me that Akira Tozawa is going to be in a serious storyline on Monday Night Raw. That is not true. It's not true. It would never happen.
He's losing to Rhea Ripley, but MJF busts open Takeshita after the match with a Dynamite Diamond ring. Bryan Danielson makes a save. And then we cut to MJF cutting a promo later on in the night where he states that he was getting a blowy whilst driving. He crashes the car. Everyone's bleeding. But he was smart enough just before the police came to switch seats with the woman in the car.
Hey, good move.
She was also a black woman, Marcus. He framed a black woman.
She's a dead black woman named Liv?
Yeah. He framed a black woman and he tells this story during Black History Month. This guy is a menace and a demon.
Yep. So the woman's dead, and I guess this led to 300 people call the police on him, which I go, okay, this is television, people. Who's that standing by? Oh no! Honey, what? I just heard a confession to a murder. Was that on television? Yeah. Are you watching the first 48? No. I'm watching pro wrestling. Immediately the cops are going like, what the fuck? You know that shit fake, right? No, but I swear he's telling the truth. He killed Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is on every Friday night on SmackDown. They can't kill each other because their brands don't intersect. Oh. But ridiculous. I don't even know the point of the story of him telling. I guess he's dealing with adversity.
He wanted to tell people that he's a scumbag.
Yeah, but there's other ways. You don't have to commit a murder. Like, you could have did anything other than, oh yeah, I'm also a technical unquote drunken blowjob murderer guy who got away with it probably back in 2000 and I don't say 7.
Yeah.
While listening to my John Cena album.
What the hell is it? Spam.
But you know what? They
must say.
Yawning, must say. Hey, I went over promoted the channel view and but this price is lower than competitors. I guaranteed to be the best on the wall. Flexible. This is incredible. Hands, turn it on and off and customize. Go hype.com.
I like that you wrote Doge, but
I know it's Dodge. No, what is it? Doge hype, right?
I was gonna write doggy.
Micah.
So we moved to the Bunny versus Jamie Hayter. The match kind of ended abruptly, where the Bunny landed awkwardly on her face. And then Jamie Hayter hit the what you call it, Haterade or whatever it's called. It was a clothesline.
Hater gonna hate the hater line. I don't know.
And
injuries occur. Broken bones happen. I just want to play the WWE injuries video from the early 2000s or late 90s.
What,
injuries occur. Don't please do not try this at home.
And you get the Benoit, I broke my tailbone.
Yeah, I broke my tailbone. Or my favorite Batista, where he just mumbles out something. I go, what the fuck are you talking about? Beep, that was the name that's unaudible. It's unaudible. Injured Batista noises.
The main problem came after when Tony Storm and Saraya were interviewed in the back. Saraya says everyone in AEW are losers, and then they beat up Leva Bates because her name starts with L. And then they spray loser on her. Levi, you're next. Levi, you're next.
Don't trust him. Don't trust him. You're an AEW original.
The next thing was the only low point I found with AEW. It was Ricky Starks versus the JAS Gauntlet.
Hey, Manny, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, 100%. It made no sense whatsoever.
So the object of this, Ricky Starks is going through a gauntlet created by Sammy Guevara for Chris Jericho. And if Ricky Starks win said gauntlet, he fights Chris Jericho tonight?
No, because Jericho's not even... I don't know what was going on.
So it ends basically with Jericho elbowing him from the crowd and being like, haha, gotcha, and it's over. And it's like, what are we doing? Basically, it was let's do the MJF feud and fast forward.
Yeah, basically.
And not only that, let's make sure the guy doesn't get through.
That's basically it. And then, so he defeats 2.0 with ease. Then confusion arises as Danny Garcia and Sammy Guevara come out, and we didn't know who was going into this match. It turns out to be Danny Garcia. Jericho nails Ricky Starks from the crowd dressed up as a fan, allowing for Garcia to pick up the win. And then the most terrible promo spot for Jericho's spot on Impractical Jokers, where they steal his bat. Marcus. Yeah. What kind of promotion is this?
Yeah, what are we doing? We've stolen your bat. Now you got to come to our tape show that we're going to do tomorrow night to see if you can get your bat back. Ha, motherfucker. Ha. And I go, what was all this? Why are we forcing all this in?
And then we have Roosh versus Bryan Danielson. MJF tries to lock Danielson in the trainer's room, which I could not think of anything worse than being locked in a room with Renee Paquette and Takeshita.
Let me out! Let me out!
And then
I've beaten Takeshita 4 times in here already.
And then Aubrey Edwards is in the ring with MJF, who's demanding her to start the match and count Danielson out, which is smart. MJF clearly didn't do enough, because I would first of all I would have locked the door, then I would have barricaded the door with stuff then made people stand in the way so he'd have to fight his way out.
Yeah, but what was MJF's ultimate goal here? To get Bryan Danielson counted out, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, you lost?" Or what's the goal was to break his arm, which it seemed like he paid Roosh to do.
But he had to finish off this. He'd have to win this match, which would have put him automatically in line to be number 1 contender. That was the whole thing. He had to get to this point winning. So if he lost by countout, that would mean he couldn't face him. So this was just a really underhanded way of getting it done, but I think I would have done the same.
Yeah, but Tony Khan has also stated he could just make any match he wanted. He made the Takeshita and MJF match anyway. So he's like, hey, this is an underhanded tactic. It's not like anybody's ever lost in AEW via countout.
Once. It's happened once.
Did it?
Yeah, it's happened once. AEW have had like maybe 3 DQs in their however long being on television, and then I think there's only been ever 1 count out. And I think it was MJF. Oh
yeah.
MJF's either lost by count out or has lost by DQ.
That's right. I remember that. It was in his one of his mini feuds when you got to get through all this.
Yeah.
You got counted. Oh no, it was a CM Punk feud. CM Punk.
Yeah, and it was Captain Sean Dean or whatever he was.
Yeah.
And he had a T-shirt made. I was like, this was really dumb.
Yeah, but shout out for trying, and I didn't understand the locking in the room, but I guess it's like,
Marcus, you win by any means necessary.
But he wanted him injured. He paid Roosh money in advance again and said there are 5 more briefcases like it.
Marcus, he's done this.
I'm letting him out.
Marcus, this is the 4th time he's done this storyline. I think he knows that the person he paid isn't going to get the job done.
I thought Roosh came close. I think Roosh was the closest to actually getting it done. Roosh was whooping ass.
Yeah. So this was a really good match. MJF attacked at the end of the match and puts Danielson in the armbar. And we don't get anything after that. But we move into a really good trios match, which was Top Flight and AR Fox versus the Elite. None of the Elite nonsense either. It was just a proper match.
I mean, this is nonsense.
The whole thing was nonsense. I didn't know who was a legal man at any time.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. What do you mean by elite? I was like, no, this was the elite match. This is who's legal, where's flipping, where are they going, who's there, blah 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 blah, like all that stuff. But overall, it was basically Takeshita match. I knew Top Flight wasn't winning. Top Flight don't win on Dynamite. As long as Darius Martin is around, Martin. I'm saying Todd Martin because I can't remember his name at all.
Tom Martin.
Yeah.
Dante Martin.
Dante Martin. He never wins with his brother. I've never seen AR Fox win. They always talk about these people on hot streaks. I've never seen these people win. Ever. Ever. Oh, Takaska. Hey, look at him. He's hot. He's an up-and-coming prodigy. When has he won?
Then we have Stokely, who has a problem with Hook. Everyone in the firm has some type of problem with the Hook. Matt Hardy's apparently even asking for a raise, which is even worse.
Yeah, you can't get Matt Hardy any money. Not at this stage of his life.
But then Hook appears behind him and he changes his tone immediately. He's like, "Hey, buddy, next time we're in Harlem, we'll get mac and cheese." And then Hook twists his arm. I think that's her name. And the lady suggests that you're going to hurt him and should let go. And then I don't know what Hook said. Like, you pay for your crimes or something like that.
I'm Batman. I don't know. I don't remember either.
But he's released a statement. Stokely has released a statement. It's been addressed to Tony Khan. He said, Hook will pay for his crimes. It was confirmed that there was a forearm fracture which requires a cast. I am distraught. I roll dice with my left hand, so I'm fucked. Please don't make me. Please don't make me sue this company, Tony Khan. You know that portrait of your father that's hanging in your office? Well, once I own this company, I'm replacing it with a big-ass photo of James Brown. Yep, every time you see the Godfather of Soul sweating in a drug-fueled rage at the Apollo, you're going to think of me. Sound pretty miserable, bro? Do the right thing. Punish this little bastard Hook and write me a fat check. By the way, here's a photo of me and my best friend, Al Sharpton. It means absolutely nothing, by the way.
What?
And there's the picture.
I would like to say, for the record, what? Why does this picture exist?
He needs to do stand-up. He's so funny.
I swear to God, this sounds like a Ryan tweet. That's how it sounds like several Ryan tweets put together that were made up about this. That insane. It just goes still to 100 James Brown fever dream photo. And here's a picture of me and Al Sharpton, unrelated. Dude, that is my dice hand. That is my dice throwing arm. I am fucked.
He's the funniest guy. He needs to be on TV more.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
It's legendary. Legendary.
I don't know who he's referring to, but I'm guessing it's Top Flight. They have hot streaks on Dark Elevation, the equivalent to Sunday Night Heat.
Count. That's like me having a hot talk about Manny. You know who should play in the Super Bowl this year? This XFL team. They're in a hot streak. Yeah. Not the fucking real thing.
But that's like certain teams that, do you know, when they win a game, they actually go, "Oh yeah, that's a 1-game winning streak." That's that kind of talk.
We all what? I call that the Lakers talk.
I call that Jets talk.
And before I know people want to hear it, I'm going to rant right now. I'm going to get this out. Fuck Kevin Durant. Fuck the NBA. Fuck LeBron James. Fuck the Los Angeles Lakers. Fuck the Dallas Mavericks. Fuck any other team that has made a deal during the NBA trade deadline that wasn't the Clippers. And if you support any of these deals, fuck you too. The league is rigged, damn it.
What
league is rigged.
Stokely, me, or I don't know. And then we get to the main event, which was the Acclaim versus the Guns. Billy Gunn earlier in the night decides that he's going to stay in the back and let them do this on their own. This match was pretty good for what it was.
What match are you on? I'm sorry, I was
the tag match, the tag team title match.
Oh, it was okay.
The ref bump happens, which leads to the Guns trying to nail Bowens with a title. Billy Gunn comes out, makes the save, but gets a title to the head. So the match still goes on. Caster hits the mic drop, and then tries to get fat ass Apollo Crews ref in the ring.
Why are you so chunky? I'll be there when I would have threw over the top rope.
Even that other one, the bald ref.
Yeah.
Bryce. Bryce. Bowens get hit in the head with the title, and then we got new tag team champions.
Okay, so Manny, I went back to the internet. You know me. Every now and then, I can't shut the fuck up on the internet and Grace comments, and all of a sudden I get a bunch of notifications of like, "You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong," and I just said, not to start a war, even though I can see how it can anger a bunch of people, and I'm shocked Levi's not the track for this, but I said, it's funny how. And whenever you start, it's funny how it seems like it's always going to be a fight right after. And I was like, I know what I mean. It's funny how it's interesting.
You might as well be clapping your hand at the same time.
It's interesting how one company is focused on lengthy title reigns and the other seems to lose a title. Someone loses their title every single week. And I was just saying, that's what happens on Dynamite, I feel like, every single week. And I never agree with these title changes whatsoever. This was me talking about the Acclaim losing their title after, X amount of time. I don't know how long they had it. It doesn't feel that long. I'm sure it's probably been 20 months or something. No, but it doesn't feel like that long.
It was like November. I think it was the same. I think it might have been. I think they won it in New York when they had their big show at the tennis stadium. I can't remember the name of it.
Arthur Ashe.
Yeah. I think they won it there. And then, or it was around...
it might be September.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's more time out to give a suggestion, but I think of the title defenses or what's been going on since they had the title, not much has happened. Not much. Yeah. Like, they had the Keith and Swerve thing, which was more about Keith and Swerve than them. I mean, they did Keith dirty. They had the match. They had a rematch with that. And then I don't remember anybody else they fought for those titles other than the Guns tonight. Like, I don't remember the title reign. And so I was like, this just felt really fast and forced and didn't seem to happen. It's like, it felt like they changed the title just for the sake of changing titles. And, I said on the show, I thought Billy was going to, like, be involved in the title change, but maybe he's there to help them retain? I don't know.
I thought the moment he got in the ring, I thought this is where the turn is going to happen, but maybe not. Yeah. But
yeah, we just had Darby lose last week, and him and Samoa Joe are hot potato.
That's
in their
right.
title.
Actually, that didn't actually need that. The title change didn't actually necessarily need to happen today.
Yeah,
but I guess when you call your show Championship Fight Night, something had to change hands.
And they were advertising all these titles on the line. I was like, yeah, there are, but who really had a chance to lose it? And then they claimed lost. And I was like, why?
But to me, you could have probably taken out that Ricky Starks versus the JS Gauntlet. Put the.
Don't say the All Atlantic. That's not a real title.
No. You put
the FTW is not a real title.
You put the TNT title match from last week on this show and have Joe win the title this week rather than last week, and it would have made. You wouldn't have had to force this title change against the Guns and the Acclaim, and you could have extended the story. But I guess in another way, if you look at the other side, you also extend the story. If the Acclaim, if they do continue the story of the Acclaim were robbed because they cheated and do a rematch, and you can carry it on that way. But for title change from one week and the title change the other week, it does on TV. It just doesn't necessarily make sense. Like I know WWE have probably done it too. But like, it doesn't necessarily make sense to do it now.
Yeah, this close to a pay-per-view too. They're less than a month away from their pay-per-view at Revolution. They could have just waited.
Yeah,
could have waited. Show some discipline. You don't have to have title matches and title changes every week. I mean, I'm a man of the lengthy title runs anyway. I'm really for this. Say what you want about the Roman run. I'm all for it. The Gunther run with the UK title, loved it. I love long title runs. The Usos with the tag titles. Bianca got a little streak going, I guess. Not much of one, but it's going.
The days are adding up, but like I just don't recall anything interesting happening. That's the problem with it.
That's what I was getting at too. It's a streak, but I was like, whatever. But I do like lengthy title reigns. It means more when the title does change hands. And I guess this was pretty lengthy. I guess if you say it since September. But I feel like nothing's happened. I feel like they had the Bianca title reign of the tag team run.
Yeah, but like the feuds they had weren't necessarily about them, was it? It was about Swerve cheating to win. And Keith Lee not being cool about that. And and then that's when the whole thing's changed. So like, it just it didn't necessarily make sense to to have a title change this soon.
Yeah, to a team, the Guns, who I think we see it on Dynamite win once, if ever. It's like the first time I feel like I've seen the Guns win on Dynamite.
True. That title does not exist anymore.
Last time I saw it was at a dumpster in Wyoming. Hopefully R-Truth comes back. When R-Truth comes back, I hope he brings back that title and say, I got my baby back.
Let's move into NXT. Actually, what did you think of the show before we move into NXT?
Solid show. I have no complaints really. Brian Dance and Roos tore the house down. Like, we just spent enough time talking about how great that match was. They just really tore the house down. And Roos, being a small guy, looked like a monster fighting over Brian Danielson for some reason. So you're like, damn, this dude's huge. I say the only misses I have, I guess MJF's killing a woman. I feel like that's a little far. It doesn't really like.
I don't know why it didn't fit to the story. It just really didn't add to the story. It's just like, we know you're an asshole. I don't know why you have to add a new dimension as to why, and you escaped murder.
Yeah, why are you bringing up a cold case? It's not a cold case. He was driving drunk. I mean, it was like, this didn't add anything. But other than that, it was a solid show. Good show.
Yeah. Let's actually move into NXT. NXT kicks off with Mello and Trick. Trick says Vengeance Day will go down as the day Mello turned Apollo, the Visionary or the Vision Seer, to Stevie Wonder, which is a joke I believe Wes would make. It's a joke I believe Wes would make.
Stevie Wonder jokes will they ever get old? I feel like Stevie Wonder jokes. I think he's the definitive blind man in the world. Once Stevie Wonder died, like who we gonna talk to about blind? Who's blind? Who's the next blind person up?
I don't know, because there wasn't many Ray Charles ones.
No. Oh no, there were. But you get a Ray Charles Stevie Wonder mix. Who cut your hair? Ray Charles? Or is it Stevie Wonder? Or something like that. So it was a mix. Then all went to Stevie Wonder once Ray Charles died. Now we have no blind man after this.
They joke about using the phrase "Mellow is money," but they said they can't do that. So he ends it by saying "Mellow in two." This is where this whole night was just filled with hatred to each other with people. Mello was interrupted by JD McDonough when he was talking about Destiny. He calls him entitled with his flashy entrances and wants everyone to think he's cool. He said he is the coolest member of the roster, but he isn't fit to hold his jockstrap, and states that Mello may claim to be the A champion, but he isn't ready for the big title or to be the face of this brand.
Yeah, for the record, Manny, I don't think any man is fit to hold my jockstrap. I'm just saying. I just want that. It's used so much in wrestling, so much. I just wanted to throw that out there. I just wanted to put that out there in the universe that nobody can hold my jockstrap. I don't know about you. I don't even own a jockstrap, but just gonna add that if I do buy a jockstrap, I'm saying nobody is fit and can carry my jockstrap. Just saying.
So JD says Mello is all about the VIP treatment and getting into private rooms, while he sends people to the emergency room.
Wait a minute.
The only person you sent to the emergency room was once, and that was Dragunov.
Yeah, and also, isn't he the one in his video package driving cars and fancy fucking outfits and stuff? Like his whole vignette before he became this guy of I'm a doctor or whatever the fuck he is, JD Dunham MD, and driving fancy cars and having a big head. I don't understand. Him and Mello had the same gimmick at one point.
So they decide that they're going to have a match later on the night. Fallon Henley tells Kiana James that she watched the match back and that she cheated. Kiana says she didn't see her.
Shit.
Kiana says she didn't see it and neither did the referee. Fallon wants to give them a rematch and says she'll think about it. But then she goes, "You need to tell Brooks who was on that phone last week." He's like, "No, I don't. It was nobody." And then
First
she looks
of all,
to
it's none of your yeah. It's none of her business who's on that phone. It's none of her goddamn business who I was talking to on that phone. It don't matter. Fuck you. You know who I was talking to?
Like
Talking to my Uber driver.
She looks like she's gonna bust in the room and tell Jensen, but they walk into a surprise party and all is forgotten. We learned that Pretty Deadly haven't slept for days, and they blame Chase U, and they end up having a match later on in the night. Then they show the Grayson Waller interrupting HBK during the media call, and because of his outburst, he has been suspended for a week. Tyler Bate calls him out when his suspension is over for a match next week.
Yeah, fuck you, Tyler Bate. He had it right. Sean, why can't I be your guy? Why can't I be your guy, Sean? Why can't I be your guy? I do everything. I talk, I wrestle. Why can't I be your guy?
Do I have to pose with you in pictures?
Yeah. Do I gotta be a fanboy? Huh? Is that what I gotta do? I gotta be a mark for you? Why can't I be your guy? That's literally a child screaming at his father. Why not me? Why not me?
And then we get Sol Ruka versus versus Dante Chen. I read the next line versus Zoe Stark.
So Ruka out these streets.
Her. I said in your chat yesterday, I've replaced Sasha Banks' memory with Sol Ruka, the Soul Destroyer.
Soul Taker, Soul Ruka.
She's the future. She's the future.
She's the future. I think she has a higher future than Tiffany Stratton, and I'm not jumping on her bandwagon because she is a strong, independent black woman. I am jumping on it because she's a
yes, you are. You're 100%.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You 100% are. 2 weeks ago, you thought she was just a wild white woman, independent white woman walking these streets. Now that you know that she's half black, you are 100% on this bandwagon. You are driving the bandwagon.
I can't help it that the black women in NXT seem to have a strong future with Sol Ruka and Lash Legends, both on different sides of the spectrum of blackness. I'm just saying, I support Sol Ruka, the strong, independent black woman, which I want. I can't wait. I can't wait to see her join the nation. I want her giving speeches. I want her promos to be just like Malcolm X by any means necessary.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I am behind Sol Ruka.
I'm just glad she doesn't have the Boston accent because that's what really grinds me about Sasha Banks. It's really jarring, that accent.
Money.
But the match is really good. Zoe Stark wins, but Zoe Stark attacks after winning the match, but eats a Soul Destroyer afterwards.
I believe it's called the Soul Snatcher, Manny. Not the Soul Destroyer.
I'm calling it a Destroyer. I'm calling it fine. She's a Soul Destroyer for me.
Well, all I know is that
she destroyed your soul and made you a believer.
all I want to say about this woman is that she got soul and I am on the soul trade. Huh? Don't get black into that. I see her soul glow. Just let it shine through you. Sol Ruka, everybody.
Dabba-Kato versus Dante Chen. This didn't need
printing
to
her
happen.
black card today. Official. Play it well. Play it well, Sol Ruka. Play it well. Play it when necessary.
Dabba-Kato throws around Dante Chen until he picks up the win. When asked why he came back and took out Apollo, he said, "Apollo knows what he did. That's why I dropped his ass."
We all know what Apollo did. He put me in that suit. He called me Commander Aziz. I was useless.
High and dry.
Yeah. I was a killer in the Raw Underground. I want him to talk about Raw Underground. I was a killer of Raw Underground. And you turned me into a goon in the suit.
Made me shave my mean goatee off.
Yeah. You let Omos pass me up. And the tower, the skyscraper is shaky. I was in the category with them. We're carrying spears. You know what you did, Apollo. You ruined my life. You ruined my life.
And then we go to the back where we're looking at Diamond Mine. They're looking at Ivy now after she got taken out by Julius being knocked off the apron. And then we get some teenage witch fiction happen, Marcus, as the witch detectives accuse Tatum Paxley of taking out Nikita Lyons.
The witch
because
detective
she's a
sounds
lone
like
wolf
a
and
bad.
she isn't part of Diamond Mine.
Yeah, the witch detective sounds like a horrible Netflix TV show. The witch detectives. I guess I can watch 3 episodes of this. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
I can't watch it but it's so bad.
It's so bad. I gotta keep watching. It's like, what if Charmed had a horrible budget, which it already had a bad budget, I think.
The KC Express are walking around pissed because they aren't getting a rematch. They say Roxanne don't have friends. Roxanne said, "I'm going to make a phone call to prove you I have friends." This Marcus is the equivalent of a child being friends with a lunch lady because she called. Who did she call? She called Meiko Satomura.
Yes. When she said, "Oh, I'm going to Meiko Satomura," I was like, "She's still around?" Yeah, just digging something up. This is the equivalent of Becky Lynch calling Lita. What's we just calling these old women up to there? As a wise person once said, pack it up. Pack them all up.
So next week they're going to have a tag match. We get Tatum Paxley versus Isla Dawn. The match was okay. The witches looked like they were going to steal a soul, but Ivy now made a save at the end of the match. I really wanted to know what was going to happen.
They're going to drop her in a pot and eat turtle soup? I don't know.
Well, Edge likes pounds of flesh, so...
Yeah. What do you want, Edge? I need a pound of flesh today. I need a good meal.
What's next?
So baloney it is,
McDonough.
Edge. Baloney it is.
JD McDonough versus Carmelo Hayes. This match was really good. Dragunov returns during his match, distracting JD McDonough, allowing Melo to pick up the win. And then Dragunov chases JD out of ringside.
Yep. Continuing their feud from NXT UK
It's
to
good
America
to see
and now
the visa issues are starting to become undone with the NXT UK talent.
Yeah.
Still no sign of Joe Coffey.
Yeah. I think he's still doing his bid. As the rest of them were able to get out, they built Joe Coffey got extended time due to bad behavior in prison.
Thea Hale asks Tiffany Stratton why she hates Chase U. She tells her it's tacky, cringy, and annoying. Nobody likes Chase U, and nobody wants to go there. Thea Hale tells her to suck it, and then is kidnapped immediately by Ava Raine.
Yeah, so here's what I don't understand. We clearly see Ava Raine kidnap Thea Hale on camera. Not a mystery at all.
Yeah, and Vic and Booker T are trying to sell me on who took her.
Yeah, what happened? Where she's gone? We're not going to investigate Ava Raine's kidnapping and abduction? And then she comes running out in the match as if she was literally like a victim of abuse and, of some kind from Joe Gacy.
They're coming to get me.
They're coming to get me. Oh my God. They're coming to get me.
They're coming for me. They're coming for me.
Duke went to comfort her, but he can't fuck, so he can't comfort nobody.
I'm just going to cover things really quickly on these next 3 things because they don't really matter. Bird Lady versus Valkyria. Elektra comes out and gives Bird Lady the brass knucks. She doesn't want to use them and ends up losing the match.
How could she not?
She had him in her hands. Why is Wednesday 2 coming out with her as well?
Yeah, she had it with her hand. She put it in between her fingers. And then she was like, no, I cannot. Fuck you. Get your priorities straight. Sanga's turned heel. You got turned heel too. In fact, I'm going to say this. in all of wrestling, I'm more invested in the Bird Lady than I'm invested in the Bird Lady in a long time. Just because I'm like, I hope this happens every week.
Odyssey Jones loses to Stacks. It happened. It was just there. There was no movement on this. But
why?
Jinder says Indus Sher are moving on to phase 2, and that starts with them being draped in gold because they are no longer dealing with the creeds. As you've already mentioned, Chase U went against Pretty Deadly, and Pretty Deadly won because of Thea Hell running out, screaming they're coming to get me.
Yeah, but this match had me laughing a lot just because Pretty Deadly was doing their version of bum ass Corbin and broken and beaten, and I enjoyed in the match when they were trying to, they got countered, or I can't remember which one, and he just goes, you know what? What's the point of this? What is the point? And he looks at the time, you're right, we're losers, and then as they're fighting the match, they get their mojo back. Like it was an inspirational story.
I wrote that they were dressed looking like bums, but they could also have been wearing the Yeezy collection.
Yeah.
That whole collection looks like homeless wear.
Yeah. I thought they were going to quit at the end of the segment. Like, I thought that's what we were going with. The depression, and then they were going to appear on the main roster.
They need to appear on the main roster.
They're too good for this.
Not SmackDown, though. They need to go on the Raw. They can't go on SmackDown. That tag division is full of losers.
You just said it because Hit Row's there.
No, they'll get lost in the shuffle of them, Hit Row, the Viking Raiders. Who else was in that tag team tournament? Los Lotharios.
Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah, even them. They'll just get lost in that shuffle. They need to go to Raw.
Don't get entangled with that SmackDown tag division. Top Dollar's ruined that for everybody.
Oh, and Braun Strowman and Ricochet.
Oh, yeah. They number one contenders. Oh, Imperium there. There's some elite ones.
That's Imperium. That's it. They lost to Ricochet this week.
Yeah, but I'm going to give Braun and Ricochet as a legit tag team now. I call them legit. They're legit.
Then we get Ding Dong Hello with Bailey and Toxic Attraction. This basically just starts off the hatred between them. Jacy believes Gigi screwed her out of the tag team, out of the title match. Gigi reminds her that Roxanne pinned Jacy, not her. So Jacy cost her the title. Gigi says Jacy would have sunk into obscurity if she had won the title. Jacy says she doesn't need Gigi. She is a star on her own. She takes a shot at her gear, saying that she looked like a hobo who banged a Chucky doll.
That got a good laugh out of me. I went,
no,
right.
The next line got a laugh out of me. Gigi is surprised she even saw, because she was staring up at the lights, calling that the Jacy Jayne position.
Oh! Oh! I thought she called her a loser, and for some reason, I also equated that her calling her a whore.
Yeah. Bailey suggests that they hug it out. They do, and then they suggest going to the main roster and challenging for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. But obviously, Jacy Jayne had other plans as she super kicked or attempted to super kick Gigi.
Look at that! She got all shoulder. It's all shoulder.
Which is where the graze is on her neck.
Yeah.
That's super kick. That's the super kick. And then the boot to the face. That's that.
That's the saving grace of the segment. In fact, I like that they did the Jannetty turn because, I'm always for someone going through the barbershop window. It's the closest you're going to get. But it kept the violence of that segment. Because when Jannetty went to that window, Shawn threw his ass through that window, and I was like, oh, Marty's dead. As a kid, he killed Marty Jannetty. And I think as an adult, I go with Jacy killed Gigi Dolan with that boot in the corner and seeing that door break.
The interesting thing about this was that the debate that happened, which I saw on the mid-card mess. I'm sure it happened elsewhere. But who turns out to be the Jannetty in this situation?
You got Jacy. You don't miss that kick. That's your big moment. You don't miss that kick.
I think there's more appeal for Gigi. So I think
Yeah.
initially she's gonna get over more.
Yeah.
So it is inkling that Jacy may be the Jannetty of the group.
Yeah, I mean, it's in her name. She has the J's. There's never been a really good Double J in wrestling. So she follows that line. The long list of Double J's.
Yeah, so it's still got to be Gigi as the one that is the Shawn Michaels of this group if Mandy's no longer there.
Yeah, who hates Gigi? Yeah, Mandy is excluded. Mandy at this point has somehow become the Rick Rude of D-Generation X of just like one day vanished.
Yeah, but I think Mandy's succeeding on her own without having to actually take a bump.
Depending on what bumps you're talking about, maybe a little coke here and there. But Mandy, I feel Mandy will be back.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all died down now. I think she could come back at any time, any given time.
Mandy Rose will return. That's how NXT should have ended. Like what? How we get there?
But yeah, I did enjoy this episode of NXT. But I'm still gonna give it this week to AEW. Put me in a better mood today.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to the AEW due to the Ruth Bryan Danielson match, the Takashka MJF match, even though Takashka never has a chance in hell.
Oh, JK Smush, that's just mean. It's coming through now. JC exactly Trevor Lawrence.
They're both leading a dead franchise. Zach Wilson will return.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Just need to be out there making moves to get a quarterback. Anybody. You need to go out to Rodgers.
No, I don't want Rodgers.
No, you take Rodgers. I'm sorry, man. You got him.
No, don't want Rodgers. We don't need that. He'll be on the Pat McAfee show every week, throwing our wide receivers under the bus.
If they can catch, we'll be okay. What?
We don't need that. And that's a win now situation. I don't think we're in a win now situation.
Well, you guys were a good team. All you needed was a quarterback.
We don't win ever, so got used to it.
Yeah, it's a tragedy.
So that is today's show.
Oh, the Lakers traded Patrick Beverly from Obama.
J.K. Smith said the Jaguars will have sustained success, Marcus. Watch and see. I couldn't get that sentence out properly because I don't believe it to be true.
Yeah. I can't speak a lie, so I can't even read the sentence. When have the Jaguars ever had sustained success?
Never. That's why.
Never. They're just as flaky as the Jets. The only thing the Jets got is that Super Bowl with Joe Namath.
At least we got one. At least we got one.
Yeah. Jaguars will never have one. Sorry, Shad. And I guess Tony.
Aaron Rodgers will have the Jets thinking slavery was a choice.
Kanye reference.
Oof.
Although I would love to get Kanye, Aaron Rodgers, and Kyrie Irving in a room and see what goes on in that conversation. There probably should be a fourth. I can't think of who the fourth. Maybe Elon Musk. And the cancel conversation, just have them talk and be like, man, these guys are talking nonsense.
Yeah, but I think Rodgers is the most tamest one out of all the four you just
Yeah. I think Rodgers would be the one of reason.
I think you put Tom Brady in there.
I'm shocked that you haven't posted a picture of Tom Brady with his thirst trap, man, in his underwear, getting out of bed or whatever he's doing.
Because different audiences, Marcus, different audiences. So that is today's show. Make sure you check out Raw is Retro tomorrow. Hilarious episode of Raw is Retro, I have you know. I've done something to it. I think Marcus probably is aware because I did ask him for something.
Yeah, but I don't know where it's at exactly. But you know what? I 100% support. I have to watch it just to figure out where it's at.
At one point we will be preempted, so I've just put it in there. So make sure you watch Raw is Retro tomorrow. That is out early in the day, so watch it whenever. Make sure you like the video and comment on the nonsense I put in once you've seen it. Be like, haha, Manny, you fool. I see what you did. Just do it.
Just do it. Do it. Watch the retro.
Yeah. And we're back on Saturday with Eric to talk about what happened on SmackDown.
Yes.
And not AEW Rampage because no one watches it.
No one. No one. No one. No one.
No one watches that show.
Yeah. Like, I like that you get compelling, dramatic storylines from SmackDown. And you go, oh, great. And then you go, it's a complete fall off of every single show we watched this week. I don't care what wrestling you watch. Whether it's Impact, MLW, Dynamite, Raw, NXT, Rampage is the shit of the earth when it comes to wrestling shows.
The thing is, Rampage doesn't really even carry... Like, it's taped after Dynamite. You'd think you'd carry on that heat from Dynamite into Rampage and keep that energy. So when you watch it on Friday, you kind of have that same energy, but you don't. You don't have any of it.
It's like you get transported to a different universe where nothing really matters. Ortiz versus the House of Black this week. And then I guess they're trying to, draw using Mark Briscoe as he said something this week. And I'm going like...
do you know what? It's recorded as well. It wasn't even said to the live crowd. Spoiler alert. He wasn't even there.
Oh, man. Jesus.
It'd probably be him saying that he's going to vacate the titles or something like that.
Yeah. I have a question, Manny. Who had the most unique promo of the week? Was it MJF talking about how he killed a woman? Was it Dusty Rhodes from Beyond the Grave? Was it Brock Lesnar talking about? He's thinking about Bobby Lashley.
It's Brock Lesnar because we wanted to make a song out of it.
Bobby who? Bobby Lashley.
Exactly. We wanted to make a song about it, and I was gonna have a microphone like up here. Why isn't it not there? And be like, Bobby who?
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby who?
Bobby Lashley. After I make sweet love with my wife 4 hours. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know who's more ridiculous out of all of those three, though. Brock, Heyman, and MJF this week. They were damn fools on their promos. Damn fools.
Oh, it's zoomed in too close now. Now
now you have to say penis, Manny. When the camera gets that close, the camera is asking for it. Got to give the people what they want.
But we haven't said it yet.
Yeah, that's true. Manny, let's end the show before we actually do say it.
You said it already, so technically we've hit the quota for the show.
I haven't said penis yet.
Well, you just did. So
yeah, now we're there.
Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back. Peace.
Untitled Manny and Marcus Penis Show.
We're not calling it that.
We need a title, Manny. We need a title. Okay? I would like to hold the penis title up in the air, okay? It's cool. It's cool. Sir, my sir, what are you the champion of? And why is there a penis on that belt?
I'm the genital champion of the world.
I'm the genital champion of the world. Oh yeah, prove it. No.
No. You
No.
have that's behind a paywall, sir. That is
Yeah.
behind a paywall.
That's our premium live content where you have to pay for 3 months just to see anything. Just right off the jump. You gotta pay for 3 months. $25.
And even that, you just get a tile. You have to complete the puzzle.
I want to do the what's the thing video games do? The pre-releases or whatever they to charge.
You want pre-order.
Yeah, you gotta pre-order to get the penis content, and pre-order now you get your own custom penis title. There's a wait though. There's a wait.
So make sure you like the video, subscribe. We are officially out. Peace.